Hey guys, it's Esther here. You're probably wondering what topic have I chosen for my English ISU. And the topic is friends with benefit. This topic itself is actually quite sensitive to be touched about because not every individual is open enough to express themselves on their thoughts on friends with benefit or even give their own definition of friends with benefit. To me personally, I believe that friends with benefit is something that occurred between two friends when their relationship status is actually just friends, but then sexual activities is actually involved within their friendship. I believe that people actually commit themselves in this friends with benefit relationship is because neither of them want to be committed in a serious relationship, and therefore if you have no expectation at all, then you would definitely have no disappointment. It's something you get involved in if you just want to have fun instead of getting emotionally attached to the partner. I personally believe that having friends with benefit would actually have more pros compared to cons. That is because you and your partner in this friends with benefit relationship would actually both gain benefits from each other, hence the name itself, friends with benefit. And through this, people would actually get to express themselves more sexually and to fulfill their sex drive or sexual need. And in this kind of relationship, right, you are actually in a safer zone. Imagine just having sex with a random stranger you met at a club or the bar or something like that, maybe a night out with your friends itself, and then next thing you know, you get a hospital checkup and you are actually positive on those HIVs or STDs. Most people would prefer to have sex with people that they already know because it wouldn't be that awkward because you already know that person personally, and then it won't be just a one night stand thing where you're not sure whether you are in the safe zone or the unsafe zone, because hygienically and emotionally you're not sure whether if that person is actually emotionally attached to you after making love with you or something like that. But if that person is just your friend, then you would be sure that that person is actually having the same feeling as you do, which is to just remain friend even after sex. But in order to do so, one must have a really strong will on having self-control and not let your emotion take away. That is because if you let your emotions take place, then you would have problem because your friend with benefit would most likely not have a desire to date you. The main motive that I personally think regarding this friends with benefit relationship is just to have casual sex. It's not something that you want to have for a really long term, as you know, emotions can slowly take place and then one thing you know leads to another and you actually are emotionally attached to your partner. If you can't control your emotion and then sooner or later you get attached to your partner, which would then lead you to many other problems in the future if you still remain to stay in this friends with benefit relationship with the same person. One of the main reasons why I believe some people do not choose to be in this friends with benefit relationship is because they know that feelings is something that is to be slowly built, and if you stay too close or have all this sexual action with this one person, you know that sooner or later you might actually develop real feelings for that person, and that would actually lead you to many things like heartbreak, disappointment, jealousy. Even jealousy is the main thing, because if let's say you see that person in public walking with somebody or talking with some other person who's the opposite gender, then you would feel like, oh, I actually did things with this person, why is this person still looking for other people to do it? But you need to keep in mind that you and him or you and her are just friends with benefit. You guys are not actually emotionally attached to each other, and you shouldn't feel that way. And if you're not emotionally attached to it, you might actually be in this state of, they call confusion, because like sometimes you might wonder if you guys never talk it out, like you and your friends with benefit, your partner did not talk it out on what actually status you guys are in or what state you guys are in, you might actually wonder like if you're actually dating this person or are you just satisfying this person because you like him, you like her, or things like that. If any party in this friends with benefit relationship ever felt this way, I would actually personally suggest that person to stop being in this relationship, because if you go on with this, the only thing that would lead you to is to hurting yourself, and that is really not worth it, because in the end of the day, by the end of the day, you know that your partner is not going to be there for you because all he wants or all she wants is just casual sex and to fulfill both of your sexual desire, not to help you when you are emotionally breaking down. One of the main source to people's exposure towards this term friends with benefit is probably this movie itself, entitled Friends with Benefit. The main characters in these movies are acted by Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake. Due to the amount of broken romance faced by Dylan and Jamie, they both decided that they should quit to look for true love and just focus on the fun. However, they are both have some complication in between as they added sex to their relationship. The following clip shows one of the best scenes of the movie.
Right, I mean, sometimes you just need it. It's like, I don't know, it's like cracking your neck.
Why does it always gotta come with complications?
And emotions.
And guilt.
Well, guilt.
It's women's fault.
What?
You heard me? Hold me. Let's spend the rest of our lives together.
Oh, please, you are no better.
Oh, yeah, baby, come on now, say my name. Yeah, oh, I'm done. How was it?
Who have you been with? Why can't it not be like that? It's a physical act. Like playing tennis. Two people should be able to have sex like they're playing tennis.
Yeah, I mean, no one wants to go away for the weekend after they play tennis.
It's just a game. You shake hands, get on with your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You swear you don't want anything more from me other than sex?
You swear you don't want anything more from me? Know how you girls get tick-tock, tick-tock.
Stop it.
What are you doing?
I'm pulling up my Bible app.
You have a Bible app?
Yes, I am a good girl. And on the iPad.
Okay.
Wait, no.
Why can't they figure this out?
Hold on. There we go. No relationship. No emotions. Just sex.
Whatever happens, we stay friends.
Swear.
Swear.
Swear. Let's go to the bedroom.
What's wrong with the couch? It's less emotional.
The bedroom has better light. And since we're just friends, I don't have to be insecure about my body.
Come on, you're beautiful. You have nothing to be insecure.
That sounds emotionally supportive. Lock that down.
Your ass is a little bony.
Much better.
The following shows a video of a girl who got confused in this friends with benefit relationship.
I used to like this guy in high school, and now we started hanging out again. We talked a lot and we had sex.
Oh, you nailed it.
I thought that I was okay with hooking up, but deep inside I want to commit a committed relationship. And I don't know what to do. FYI, I lost my virginity to this guy.
Okay, friends with benefits, good or bad? Well, I guess it depends on what you're looking for. When it comes to friends with benefits, it can be a fantastic relationship with all the bells and whistles that come with it. You get the friendship and you get the sex. So friends with benefits can be a definite plus. Okay, they say that friends with benefits is one of the advantages is to the sex without any commitment, and it's based on convenience. This can create conflicts if somebody wants more. And there's an expectation to maybe either wanting more sex or more connection. And this is where the problem occurs with most friends with benefits, is that expectation of wanting something more at an emotional level or maybe even at a physical level. I think friends with benefits happens all the time. They happen in long distance relationships. They can happen in relationships just around the corner. I think it's a relationship based on convenience without really getting into anything serious. And what happens with some friends with benefits is they start seeking relationship elsewhere, and that friends with benefits might kind of fall by the wayside. So just recognize that this isn't a real serious relationship. This is just a relationship of convenience.
The previous video showed the good side of having friends with benefit, whereas the next video is going to show the bad side of having friends with benefit.
When you've been friends with benefits for years, or for at least a pretty extended period of time, it's inevitable that someone in that relationship is going to either wind up developing feelings for the other person or getting jealous. All right? The longer a friends with benefits relationship lasts, the more likely at least one of the parties in that relationship will develop feelings for the other, or will develop jealous tendencies towards the other. Okay, so friends with benefits should really not be something that is extended. It really is something that you should do for a short period of time. It's almost like that in between time when you're horny and you need someone to to share your bed with. It shouldn't be something that's extended over a period of years, or even a year. I would say is too much time. It's really more so that period of time when you're horny and you need someone there to be with. Okay, so if you've been in friends with benefits relationships for years, and all of a sudden there seems to be a strain on the relationship, maybe your friends with benefits is not coming through, maybe they're more argumentative, maybe they're not as receptive in bed, they seem kind of distant or something like that. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Feelings are coming into the forefront because you've been friends with benefits for too long. All right, so it's up to you what you choose to do, but that's the reason why you're in the predicament you are in right now.
The next video shows a woman's perspective on whether friends with benefit can work.
Huh. Yeah. It is a tough one. I think there's one time friends with benefits can work in your life, and that is literally right out of high school or when you're in college and you're just like free to do whatever you want and you don't necessarily want to be tied down to a relationship.
I think you can have friends with benefits. Obviously, it's such a tenuous sort of line to be treading.
It depends what your definition of friends with benefit is, whether it's, you've hooked up with a friend a few times. I think that can definitely work.
It actually worked really well with this one girl that I met. We were in exactly the same boat at the same time, kind of post breakup.
I think friends with benefits definitely can work. My philosophy with basically any relationship is just being honest about your feelings.
What I think changes things is when you stop making plans with other friends, or you maybe stop going on dates, you stop seeing other people casually because you're always hanging out with this friend with benefits.
I think friends with benefits is one of the things people think can work, but when they actually try it out practically, it just gets messy.
You can't expect to be friends and then friends with benefits and go back to being friends. That doesn't work.
I feel, unfortunately, that someone always ends up getting hurt. Either you develop feelings for them and they don't feel the same way, or vice versa. So I think this day and age, I probably would avoid it to be safe.
Whereas this coming up video is going to show the perspective of men whether friends with benefit can work.
No. I think it's like communism. It's great in theory, but that shit don't work.
I think friends with benefits can work if at the beginning of everything you lay down the ground rules.
I don't believe friends with benefits can work.
I think sex complicates things, but if you're both on the right page...
Yeah, I think it does work. I mean, depends on how many friends with benefits you have at the time.
What sex is an expression of lust and passion and connection. And I've never been able to have sex with anyone that's just some sort of physical transaction.
The only murky thing with friends with benefits is if one person starts developing feelings for the other, then that can kind of get a bit too weird.
The problem of not being on the same page, you don't know what that person is doing and telling their friends, because they might be going around and saying, oh, we're together.
I think sometimes in the end it's inevitable that it might not work out the way that you first intended it to work out.
As long as you're open at the beginning and you stop things when it gets weird, yeah, it can work.
It doesn't work because your brain always gets in the way of your body, and I think that that's a good thing in a lot of ways because it means that sex is supposed to be something that is a little bit more special.
Here are the interviews that I have asked people regarding the topic friends with benefit.
Are you exposed to the term friends with benefit? If yes, is it through media or is it through reality?
Yes. Through both.
And what's your own personal definition of friends with benefit?
I see it as friends having sexual relations with each other, bordering on having an actual relationship, but not quite.
Are you exposed to the term friends with benefit? If yes, is it through media or is it through reality?
Yes, I have been exposed by the media, in SNS. And I have also been exposed in reality, like my surroundings.
What is your own personal definition of friends with benefit?
My personal definition of friends with benefits are like two friends who aren't in dating, but they have sexual relationships often.
What do you think are the pros and cons of having friends with benefit?
The rise of hookup culture has been quite prominent throughout teenagers, young adults for the past 20 years or so. And Friends with benefits acts as a sort of proxy for people who want to hook up but not actually be involved in a physical and usually emotionally draining relationship. Friends with benefits are just friends plus sex. And I think it's a lot less stressful for those who want to be involved in something like that. And it's just a result of a rise in hookup culture. There are less necessities for a emotional relationship to accompany physical ones nowadays. So yeah, of having a friend with benefits, well, based on, I wouldn't say personal experience, though it is the fact that when one initiates sexual or any physical contact with someone, they tend to get overly attached, and that leads to a blurring in the line of physical and emotional relationships, where friends with benefits should ideally be something structured and strict, so that you don't overstep your boundaries. Goodness, that's happened to me too many times. Anyway, do I see many cons in it? To keep up with the rise in hookup culture, yes, it's necessary, and it may not always work out the way as planned. It's still better than just remaining abstinent from sex until you're married, per se.
I think the con is that the two people who are in sexual relationships aren't really in love, and I don't think there's like great meaning to having a relationship, and I don't think there's any pros of having friends with benefits.
Would you personally have friends with benefit?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Would you personally have friends with benefit, like in near future?
I wouldn't want friends with benefit in the future.
Next are some of the people that I've asked whether should friends with benefit be socially acceptable, and here are their answers.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
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 Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Sure.
Thanks for following throughout the whole video, and I hope that you understand more regarding this topic, friends with benefit.